Let's go to the hotline and welcome back to this show the great Ethan Suplee. Ethan, how are you, buddy?
Hey guys, how are you? Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure to have you. You've actually been on this show before, but I don't think since it's got to be.
I
It's been
know,
a
no,
while.
I remember when for My Name Is Earl, we would talk. Yeah,
And
I remember.
And do you live in Clearwater at all? Do you spend time here? Because you last time you were on the show, you seemed somewhat familiar with it, and it's been dazzling us for years. We're like, does he know? Does he live here?
No, I don't live there. I know Burn's Steakhouse.
Yeah.
I'm very familiar with Burn's Steakhouse, maybe the country's greatest steakhouse. But no, I don't live there. I live in southern Florida.
Oh, but okay. Well, you're in Florida. That's good. Okay. First of all, there's so many things we have to talk about. But let's start with the ridiculous transition in your body size, which I'm sure you're probably sick of talking about. But what an amazing transformation from being. And I'm a fat guy myself. From being a fat guy to being not only skinnier, but you actually have abs now. It is insane.
Yeah, and let me just say, the pursuit of abs is a little bit more work, I think, than it's worth. and you know, I have two visible abs. On a really good day, I have 4 visible abs. Getting to 6 is a complete nightmare.
I think at our age, unnecessary. You don't need to do it now, right? I mean, once you can look down and see your wiener, I think that you've accomplished something.
I agree. I agree. That was a much more satisfying achievement, I think, than abs.
Now, can I ask you? I hope I'm not being too invasive because I really do like you. But as a fat guy myself, I've contemplated getting weight loss surgery. Have you done that, or was it all through workout, or I don't know what you want to talk about or what you've done?
No, listen, I'll talk about anything. I did not have weight loss surgery. I think I was probably just too scared of surgery to get weight loss surgery. But I talked to a guy. I do a podcast called American Glutton where I talk about all sorts of diets, you know, and there are people that are zealots about their different diets. And I talked to one guy who said he does a version of weight loss surgery that's super non-invasive, where they go in through the esophagus and just kind of stitch your stomach together, which to me sounds a heck of a lot better than cutting you open from the outside. So I think of all of these things as tools. I did not do that.
Oh, and so in Remember the Titans, which is a fantastic movie, you were a guy where like, this guy's not going to live much longer, which is a shame because you're so likable. It's hard. When my wife watches all these shows, my 8,000-pound wife and all those things, to think that you started with the body that you did to get where you are now, it seems like a million-year journey.
Yeah, it was about 20 years. The first 15 were spent doing, you know, fad diets and really yo-yoing and losing weight and gaining weight and being kind of trapped in that cycle. And then about 5 years ago, I really figured out a long-term plan that I could stick to. And I think that's key, man. It's like, you know, we have like this dichotomy in the diet space right now where it's like the vegans versus the carnivores. And I think that the problem with any of those things is when we are reliant on a diet as though it's giving us an edge, I think we can let our guards down in other ways that make long-term weight loss really much harder. You know, it's hard work every day forever. And if we think we've got an edge because we're just eating meat, then we're not focusing on maybe any of our other bad habits about being sedentary and not moving, or, you know, overeating. You can still overeat meat. You know, there's a lot of issues there within the diet space that took me a very long time to figure out. I also think it's all very individual. And so when anybody's selling a diet and saying this is the universal fix, I don't think that's going to be true.
Sure.
I think each person's got to figure this out a little bit on their own.
I tell you, and I don't have to be the one to tell you, but you should be so super proud of what you accomplished. I've even tagged you a couple of times when I was working out. I'm like, Ethan Suplee is an absolute inspiration for what you've done for anybody. Fat guys, skinny people, you look great. All right. Anyway, another thing we have to talk to you about, which didn't happen last time we had you on, was how great is it that you got to be in Wolf of Wall Street, one of the greatest movies of all time?
It was awesome. It was it was like a bucket list thing to be able to work with Martin Scorsese and Leonardo DiCaprio and other amazing people, Jonah Hill, John Berthenol. It was such an awesome movie.
Yeah, dude, I watch. That's one of those movies. You're in a couple of movies like that, but I can watch Remember the Titans whenever it's on. But I will specifically seek out Wolf of Wall Street once a week before I'm going to bed and just put it on and go to sleep. It's that great of a movie.
Yeah, the other aspect of that movie that I love, I think that we arrive in a place today where there's a lot that you can't do anymore in movies.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, and that was right on the edge, right? That was a few years before the whole country seemed to get puritanical, but like, I don't know that you could make that movie today. And similarly with American History X, such a positive message, such a necessary message, but I don't think you could make American History X today.
Do you I mean, I'm sure you have agents and managers and all that, but do you have a lot to do with picking what projects you do, because you seem to pick the right ones?
I mean, listen, I still like to work, but I'm a grandfather now, and I do get to pick and choose a little bit more, with a little bit more skepticism. And I think I just got lucky early on to be able to do such cool things. Because my career has been really cool.
You've really done some great stuff. You know what else? I was another another observation. When you were a fat Ethan and you were in Remember the Titans, I know you want to leave me. That is one of my favorite parts. And you're like, look at this sweet guy. And then now though, Ethan Suplee with the abs and a mustache, kind of evil. You open up for bad guys now.
Yeah, well, okay. I did a TV show which everybody should check out. It didn't get a lot of love, but it was called Chance. It was on Hulu. It was me and Hugh Laurie. And I played just a total badass. And this was like, I had started lifting weights, but I was still very overweight. This was like 2015 and 16. And we did 2 years of this show. And I'm like a legit scary dude in that show.
Oh, see, now it's hard to picture, but I got to check it out. Hugh Laurie, see, that's a problem. There's too many goddamn channels now. There's all these great shows that slip past you because you don't know which channel to watch. We're talking to Ethan Suplee, one of Hollywood's great actors and nice guys, and you're going to have a chance to meet him this weekend at MegaCon in Orlando. Now anybody can go to a MegaCon and sit there and sign pictures and all that, but this is a great opportunity for you to have group shots with two different categories, because you're going to be doing a photo op with Jason Lee and Sharon Doherty from Mallrats, and then photo ops with Jason and Jamie Presley for My Name is Earl. So that's going to be a busy weekend for you, but great for Ethan Suplee fans.
Yeah, we're doing a My Name is Earl and a Mallrats, little reunion, which is going to be fun. Because I see Jason a lot, but I haven't seen Jamie or Shannon in a while.
No, you say you see him a lot. You guys hang out like as friends, or you just run into him at work stuff? Because in my mind, I still want you guys to live together.
No, well, he's got a bunch of kids. I have a bunch of kids and a grandkid, which I'm very proud of. He lives in Los Angeles. I go between Southern Florida and New York, and so I don't see him in person that much. But I do, a handful of times a year we get together. But we talk a bunch,
Well, this would be a great opportunity for you guys to go out and meet all of these guys together. I don't know when you're not in it, are you attracted to these Comic-Con or MegaCons at all? Like, is there anything about them that you like when you're not going there as a celebrity?
I don't really collect stuff.
Yeah.
But I like, listen, I've done a lot of stuff over the years, and I've had, and I occasionally will get stopped in the street and people say they appreciate what I've done, which is really nice. But, you go and sit there and you just basically get people saying nice things to you all day. And it's like, that for me is like, how can I not like that? It's like feeding my ego, which I didn't think I had much of. But then after a day of having people say just really wonderful things to you, you're like, my God, I'm pretty cool.
You know what though? It's interesting because characters make so much of a difference in people's lives, and you may not realize it, but and then as a fan, we're always like, man, if I ever meet that guy, I got to tell him how much I appreciate that. Like we do have that urge to want to thank you for doing what you do.
Yeah. I've done a few of these now, and for me today, the most meaningful conversations that I have and experiences that I have at them is people wanting to talk about weight loss and the struggles with weight loss. And like, I love those conversations more than anything, because like, I got to be completely honest with you. I don't know that I am able to maintain this without talking about it as much as I do. I think that's one of the heavily neglected things, is that we get into our minds that we're on this journey all by ourselves. And that's really hard. There's a beautiful poem, which says, "No man is an island." And that resonates with me. And like, I'm also a sober guy, and having a community of like-minded people that you can just discuss your similar issues with, I think is so valuable.
Yeah, I think it's certainly the support of other people helps you out. And you're going to be also with another one of our friends who is a former fatty himself, and that's the great Kevin Smith, who is in fantastic shape now too.
Yeah, he's killing it. And then there's another Kevin who's coming, who's a buddy of mine. Kevin Connolly will be there.
Yeah,
from Entourage. It's like a little Hollywood reunion in Orlando. It's wild.
I'm a huge Entourage fan, as most guys my age probably are, and the idea that the whole Entourage cast is going to be there and you can take a picture with them is really tempting for me to go over there and do that. You got Entourage, you got Back to the Future, and of course you've got Ethan with Jason Lee and Jamie Presley, and Shannon Doherty for Mallrats and for My Name is Earl. Go meet Ethan. He's a great dude, just like you hear on the radio here. And man, I wish that one day your travels do bring you to this area of Florida. We'd love to have you come in or go to a restaurant and not eat with you somewhere.
that would be awesome. I just want to say I feel slightly insulted that I wasn't invited to do the Entourage photo. As you may know, I was the second lead in Queens Boulevard, so I'm gonna have to.
That's right.
I forgot about that. That's so funny, dude. You know what? Don't you love when nerds point those things out to you?
Yeah, it's amazing.
That's so funny.
Amazing. But my name is above the title on the poster. Queens Boulevard.
Hey, what are you working on now? What's coming out next?
I did it. I've got a TV series coming out, but I'm getting really mixed communication from the network, Amazon, about what I'm allowed to say about it. So I don't really know that
they actually called and they said they called early and they said you could say whatever you want on the show.
They did. They told you that.
Yeah,
I don't know
Jeff Bezos called me.
Or like, keep your mouth shut. But I do have a TV series that will be out this year on Amazon.
All right. All right. We'll look for that. How's that?
I hate not being able to really talk about it.
Well, when it is time to talk about it, you're certainly welcome back on the show and we'll promote it then. How's that?
I would love that.
Dude, you're the best. Go see Ethan this weekend. There's also My Name is Earl Q&A panel on Saturday at 4:30. So get there. Get your tickets, go take the pictures, and make sure you tell them you heard them on the show when you're there. Ethan, great to talk to you again, buddy.
You too. Thanks for having me.
Enjoy your weekend. Take it easy. There you go. The great Ethan Suplee.
Right. Yeah.
I know you want to leave me. I love that scene. Ryan Gosling doing his little dance.
Yeah. By the way, we were talking earlier about celebrities, what people think if they're a genuine good person, whatever percentage, yes or no. Ethan, 100%.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, super nice.
100%. He's the first time we talked to him, whether he was or not, he just acted like he was familiar with the show, and he just made you like him right away. And then you look at all of his movies and just what a great actor he is, and his body transformation. If you haven't seen it, go follow him on Instagram, Ethan Suplee, or his podcast, American Glutton. He is. It's unbelievable how great he looks now.
I saw that he's going to be on Kevin Smith's cruise next month.
Oh, really?
Well, he probably gets to go shirt off by the pool.
Yeah.
If I had 2 out of 6 abs, I'd go shirt off.
But I mean, I don't know if that's maybe the first time he'd be able to do that.
He had to have some sort of skin removal surgery because he did so well. But that's not a fault of his. That's I don't know that I have 20 years to dedicate to do what he did,
Well, but he's saying that it's been his whole life. He was trying earlier and doing this and kind of yo-yoing back and forth, and then once he figured it out, it clicked and it worked for him.
It's got to be weird though when you're you're a young actor and now you're being typecast as
Yeah.
like the fat guy. That's arguably why you're even in the movie to start with,
Yeah.
But he's able to parlay that into, like you said, the evil character. He was not the fat guy in Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
No, he's got a whole.
Remember in Wolf of Wall Street, he breaks the baseball bat in the scene when they're the midget?
And he's a good enough actor where he can lose the weight and still get the acting roles. He's not just, to be in the background, be a big guy.
No,
And
he's
he
great.
seems excited about this Hulu show that we can, or I mean, Amazon show we can
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
about. So that hopefully that'll be great. Hugh Laurie and Ethan Suplee. How do we not even hear about that?
Yeah.
It sucks. It takes. That's why we talk about shows so much on this show, because we want to turn you on to things that you probably aren't watching. I am inundated now with ads for that We Are the World documentary that I talked about.
Yeah.
It's everywhere now. So what are you laughing at?
What? No, I just think it's funny because like literally our TVs and phones are listening to us
Oh,
Yo, yeah,
well,
100%.
like all the time.
Yeah, yeah. It's
I mean,
terrible.
it's just so funny is that they're like, your phone, you don't even have to say, "Hey Siri" now. It's just
Yeah.
tell it,
Yeah.
ask it what you want. Your Amazon, if it's not listening to you, how does it hear you when you're talking about it?
And then there was that big article how the NSA just bought, or not really, they say they bought all of our data behind our backs.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
always say things like, I don't want to say that, get on everybody's, but I'm like, where do I buy machine guns?
Yeah.
Things like that. I say
No,
that.
you're on the list.
Can you buy heroin online? Like I always ask you those. So just to throw
What's the
everything out.
best militia to join?
Right.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
Alexa, how do I make napalm?
Oh,
No.
How do I stop
That was
Spanish
Spanish.
from molesting kids?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, what?
I,
Who's
I
Spanish?
like to get them all.
That's terrible,
I am
whoever that
out.
is.
Oh no! How to make napalm just came up.
Yeah.
Napalm is a combination of gelling agents. Oh, it's got.
Yeah, yeah.
Then it says more from the web. Stir in zucchini parmesan flowers. I don't know. I don't think that's a napalm. I
You
can
know,
tell you that.
if you go into your Amazon account, it's got the recordings of
Yes.
all the questions you've asked.
I've seen that
Yeah.
before. Yeah.
do you know how to make napalm though? They take this jelly, they warm it up, and they put it on your belly.
Oh.
I was napalm yesterday
I don't know why you didn't enjoy that. I thought it was very
because
pleasant.
I feel like what was done to me is what I've done to girls all the
Oh,
years.
hot.
Oh,
It was hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
not the same.
It's what I've done to girls all these years and what Pete did to my wrist one time.
Oh,
Uh,
hot.
I'm
What?
We
rub,
weren't alone.
rub me with the wand, lady. I love it.
Yeah. It's
She-
not as fun on when they're doing it to your neck.
Yeah.
I would have rather had it on my neck.
Nah, trust me.
And our faces had to be close.
I had that
Nah.
too, and it was great.
See, I did not
They
like
did
it.
the quarter.
I had
quarter
to do
artery?
right
Carmen's-
up in here from
Carmen's had it
thyroid.
on her neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wah, wah.
Sorry.
I had a sex dream about Karen Fian last night.
Wow.
I love her today.
Hot.
Yeah.
All right.
It was
all right.
hot. Yeah, but we have a dream about her. She's 100 times better.
Yeah. Have you listened to the
She went from a
lucid dreaming
7 to
tapes yet?
10. Nah,
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
Never
I don't want to be
did that.
put in another.
How about he lets you know when he listens?
He's not gonna.
Was
He's
that-
not gonna. I have to remind him.
You do
Never
ask that almost
gonna
every day.
Yeah, I mean, like
It's-
lucid
it's a
dreaming
lot.
is awesome. I don't know why everybody wouldn't want to do it.
Yeah.
I'm already lucid dreaming.
No.
Spanish, let me ask you this. Would you listen to a guy who just a month ago had his shoes off and was running through people's backyards? Hey, lucid dreaming, that's where it's
Oh,
at.
yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll see you at the Sad Weirdos
Jumping
meeting.
on
Yeah.
board on that one.
It's like taking weather information from Vukachaya,
Yeah.
Weirdo J.
Sure, I
We
guess.
avoid it because we don't want to be like you.
Yeah. All right.
Listen, I am very interested in it, and I did look at it, but I don't want to be. I feel also like you ever see the exorcism of Emily Rose?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know why they got into her head? Because she was susceptible to it. I don't want to be susceptible
You're not
to your
susceptible
to your
to it.
wizardry.
Well, it's just. I mean, it's not my wizardry. I didn't make
What
the
is it?
tapes. It's the CIA, what they used for the Monroe Institute.
I know, but it's just I
It's
feel
a
like
guided meditation.
What if I do it wrong?
You won't.
What if I do it so right I can't come out of it?
You'll be fine.
Well, those are the things I worry
You'll
about.
be fine.
It's why I don't do hard drugs.
I
don't do any
hard
drugs.
drugs are much different than a guided
But
meditation.
I read Timothy Leary, one of his books, and the idea that he was using acid to LSD to unlock other levels.
yeah.
That's very interesting to me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna take LSD.
No, you shouldn't. You don't need LSD. I'm telling you, the guided meditations will do all that stuff for you, and you won't be, on drugs for 24
That's
hours.
the other thing. You're giving me shark syndrome. Shark trying to tell me how to do the show when he's never had any show successful before me. It's like trying to, you know what I'm saying?
No,
No, I'm not mad at Shark, but it's just like You don't tell me I do a good show. You never had a good show.
I don't know how this compares to the lucid dreaming.
You are not an expert at it. You are not successful at it. Why you should tell me.
Do lucid dream though. That's the thing. So you do the tapes and you can lucid dream.
So your dreams are better than mine. I dreamt I was banging Karen Fiend in 4 different ways.
Last night I had a dream where I had actual bare hands and I was mauling
No,
people. So
no, take my bare hands.
Sorry,
Don't steal bare hands.
I can do whatever I want. It's my
No.
dream.
I would watch that movie.
Yeah. See?
Some people have said that your credibility has taken a hit as of late.
Well.
By the way, have you ever seen the movie Dreamscape with Dennis Quaid?
I watched that over this past holiday season.
Great movie. Obviously, it was early 80s, whatever. That's a movie they should remake.
Yeah.
That's I mean, it's kind of
That and Inner Space.
Inner Space was
Space is
great.
good.
They injected
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's a Martin Short.
Martin
Yeah.
Short
Great
into,
movie.
yeah.
Inner space.
By the way, are you allergic to bees? No. Why? And his face is just all so great.
Good movie.
Oh my god.
All right. We must take a break.
Sure.
If you'd like to get through to the show, I would like to give you the phone number. We don't get to talk to people a lot, and this always works out good for us when we take phone calls.
Why?
727-579-1025 or 800-771-1025.
Can I give you a preview?
Please.
The math was wrong on the thing.
What was that?
Oh, that was the wind in their car.
Oh,
Guys,
that was
they
good, Carmen. That was good.
Wah wah.
We all looked at each other like, who's doing this?
Scared the hell out of me.
I thought I was having a stroke for real.
Jeez.
Everyone always calls their
I thought
windows
you
are
were-
down.
I thought you were clearing your blowhole.
He's like the dude from Police Academy.
I'm just kidding.
What's his name?
Carmen Winslow.
Oh my god.
All right, we got to take a break. I'll hit your phone calls, your awesome calls next on 1025 The Bone.